So today we're going to plant some peas. Right. This is that little plastic hangy basket that is one of the only ones I have left. I'm unfortunately running out of pots. And I've put a few of my peas into them. Now these peas I was actually growing in here, and I kind of forgot about them and they kind of went yellow. I don't recommend it. I did water them. Well, they were outside. They got watered by the rain. But anyway, they kind of went yellow. Now they're coming back really well, actually. These little ones in the middle are just because they're in dirt. That's a good tip. Put your plants in dirt. They like it better. Okay, so what I've done today is these are peas. You can go to the grocery store or wherever you like to shop, and you can buy dried peas. And then you know, these are to eat, like dried peas. You make pea soup or pea whatever you feel like making out of peas. I put them in a pot, in a bowl. I put them in this bowl yesterday, and I let them soak. And actually, there was about a quarter of a cup in here originally, so they've really gotten big. This is about the original size of peas that I think they would have been when they were picked off the pea vine in the beginning. So I let them swell really well. And the reason why I did that, left them in there for about 24 hours, is because I want them to swell. This will promote growth. This will get them to grow so much faster. Otherwise, if I put them in the ground, they're going to sit in the ground and they will slowly absorb the water and get big. So this way it's, you know, quick. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a whole bunch of these, and I'm going to go crazy and really layer them across here. And then I'm going to add some dirt on top. And what I want is the shoots. Some of them will grow really long and fall all over and be very pretty, and they'll even flower and all that good stuff. But the shoots, for a whole bunch of them, I can come out and I can just cut off the shoot, like so. And then I can throw it in a salad. It's that simple. This is like growing sprouts, except they're peas. They're totally edible and they're really yummy. Especially when they're small like this, they're going to even be a little sweet. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for like a really big heap of peas, so I can just thin them essentially as I go and plop them into my salad. So what I want to do, currently there's only a few. There's actually a little bit of lettuce in here too that I planted. I ran out of room in another pot. Just put somewhere. So I'm going to put these in. I'm just going to sprinkle them in. I'm going to cover it really well. Now imagine you're doing something like sunflowers, which I'll have to do a video on how to do sunflower sprouts. They're kind of the same thing. You want to really cover it. Don't think in terms of planting it in the ground and they need proper spacing and all that stuff, because these are for eating right now, or in, you know, a week and a half. You can feed the flowers with the water. It's just how it goes. Okay, so it's completely covered. Maybe I won't put them on top of each other. I'll sprinkle them around a little more. But anyway, it's in there. Now, I'm going to cover it with dirt. This is where the magic happens. I could leave it like this. They would sprout if I kept them going. It'd be good. But if you cover them with dirt, they're going to be even better. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, that looks like a litter box. Well, that's because it is. The rabbits actually live in the house, and they are house trained. So since they live outside most of the time, and they obviously, you know, do their business wherever they want to, when they're inside, I have given them something that looks similar to what is outside. Dirt. I could give them rabbit pellets, but since that's just an extra cost and they wouldn't get them outside anyway, I think it just confuses them. So I give them dirt, and it's just dirt, and they use it. It's really cool. So what I'm going to do with this dirt is once they've used it, so after about 4 days, I bring it outside and I actually walk around and I just throw it underneath all the plants. So the plants are constantly being fertilized again and again. That is a really, really good way to reuse your rabbit droppings and to fertilize your plants. Okay, so what I've got in here is some compost and some potting soil. Actually, that's in here. I've just taken this and plopped it in there. Now, additionally to that, I'm going to take a bunch of this. You don't have to let it sit. You can use the rabbit droppings immediately. I like to let it dry a little bit. It just seems nicer. Okay, so that I will put it in the plants, and then I'll take it back into the rabbit room. Actually, I have a few of those. I think they've got 4 litter boxes in my house. Lucky rabbits. I got more bathrooms than I do. Okay, now I'm gonna mix them up. Okay, so I've got my fertilizer, my calcium, and my magnesium sulfate, or Epsom salt. And I'm gonna give it a good stir. You'll see those 3 in there. If only I had a garden mixer like the kitchen machine. That would be so nice. Maybe I could throw the dirt into the kitchen machine. Might mess it up. Okay, so it is now awesome. The great awesomeness of dirt. Okay, so when burying seeds, you want to consider the size of the seed. Bury it 3 times that deep. Does that make sense? Hope it does. Okay. So that means we're at like 1.5 centimeters, maybe? Or about this big. This big, yeah. Okay. On it goes. Now, I could be really gentle, but honestly, no. Why not? Because these are peas. They're going to come up and they're going to feed me and I'm going to be really happy, but they don't need me to be gentle. Kind of move it around a bit. There's some of my lettuce. Put a little more dirt in here. Now I do want to cover them all up. And when growing sprouts, it always really helps if you cover them in dirt. Growing them in water works too, but if you cover them in dirt, they'll actually grow faster. And they will grow in the right direction. So I often grow sprouts for the rabbits. And the faster they can grow, the better. Especially in the winter when that's all they've got to eat. Yeah, as treats. Okay. So there we go. I'm not going to pack it in because the dirt's already wet. It's a good fair amount, and I want them to grow up. They're already sitting on this good solid soil, and now I've got all of my different fertilizers in there. It's already wet. The dirt was wet, so I don't need to water it. I'm just going to stick it on the shelf, and we'll come back to it in a few days, and I'll show you what it looks like. Hello, Lily. Go in your room. There we go. Yep. I'm just going to stick them on the shelf and give it a few days, see how it goes. I could also show you the carrots I put in a few days ago. I think that was in the last video. Or the last video before the last video. Anyway, they're doing really well. Look, they've stood right up. And they did not at all mind the way in which I stuck them in there. So if you want to know how to grow carrots in pots, check out the video before. Or the video before that. The one that's called Growing Carrots in Pots. See you on part 2. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. We've got so much cool stuff going on, and you don't want to miss it. Toodaloo.